What is up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Goods, back in the building, man. You already know what the deal is, man. XY Big Z in the house. Y'all know what it is. It's Big Zo TV, man. You already know, man. The Z's in the building. All my people out there, Sakat Fet. Y'all know what the vibes is, man. But let's get to this video real quick. Okay. There's something going on, man. And listen, man, I know it's gonna be people that don't want to talk about it, but look, I'm gonna be the one, man. If I gotta be the one to talk about it, I'm gonna do it, man. I'll be the one. All right? I'll take it, man. I'll be the one. But we gotta talk about this hidden agenda, man. If there is one, right? Because that's gonna be the discussion. Whether or not there's a hidden agenda and an attack on male masculinity, dog. So what brought this up is basically Marlon Wayans got hate because he posted something, a photo shoot in support of the, I don't know the letters, but y'all know, the community. And basically people were, giving him backlash about it. So he went and he doubled down on it. And he posted another thing again. Now, before we get into his post and all the other stuff, let me tell you where I stand and how I feel about it. I'm the type of person, right? I mind my business. When it comes to social issues like that and things that people got going on in their lives and what they choose to do, for the most part, I mind my business. Whatever you choose to do is whatever you choose to do, right? I know nothing about that community. I don't want to know nothing about the community. I just mind my business, right? Because what I choose to do is what I choose to do. What they choose to do is what they choose to do. Whether it's right or wrong, who are we to judge, right? So at that stance, it is what it is, right? What I do have a problem with is when there's agendas behind it, right? I do have a problem when it's pushed on television excessively. I do have a problem when it's pushed in different places excessively. Because at the end of the day, I'm a nature guy, right? If it defies nature, it's not natural. And you can read between the lines and get what I'm saying there. I'm not going to dig deep into that. But if you read between the lines of what I'm saying, you'll get it. If it defies nature, I ain't with it. Now, Marlon Wayans posted this. And there's a lot of talk behind it. A lot of people have opinions because, apparently there's reasons why he's doing this, but let's talk about it. And this is apparently his second one, because in his mind, he was clapping back at everybody. In his mind, he was clapping back at everybody who had something to say about him the first time. And he says, yeah, just for the hate mongers, I'm posting another. And apparently he has a child who is in the community, and he says, I show my support. Zero fucks what people think. If I lost you, good. Your hateful ass never loved me in the first place. How can you love anyone when you're too busy? So listen, I'll tell you this, man. Nobody's ever gonna have anything against you for supporting your kids, right? We see the same thing with D-Wade. D-Wade is supporting his kid. But there's levels to supporting your kid, and there's doing too much. And this is all my opinion, right? You don't gotta agree with me. That's not what this channel is for. It's meant for us to disagree, right? But for me, this is probably doing too much. The going for the photo shoot and doing all this, I think is a bit much and showing support. It just screams out, attention. The funny thing is at the end of it, he felt like he had to clarify with the PS, I'm straight. Marlon like, yo, I support it, but PS, yo, I ain't on that side. But look, man, I get it, man. You want to support your kid. You want to, go all out for your kid. I get it. It's cool. But to me, this is doing too much. So the next thing we have here is your man Uzi, who did for Marc Jacobs in a new campaign. Now, the Marlon thing was one piece of it, right? But this is the other piece of it that makes me kind of question things, right? I just see something like this, and it makes me wonder, why is this being promoted? Now you ask, this is about clout. This is where the conspiracies come. A lot of people look at this and they think like this is an attack on male masculinity. To a lot of people, this is a war on masculinity, So having Uzi Vert pose like this, to me, is crazy. I'm not trying to make this about race, but in a lot of situations, you see black men in this position. We see the comments, like this guy just said, Wizzy the GOAT said, they're using our culture to destroy us instead of using it to empower us. It's an agenda, but our people can't see it. This is sad. So a lot of people kind of have that genuine consensus. Like a lot of people have that because it just seems real purposeful. So let's see. Now, when I see stuff like this, it makes me think like, bro, what is your thought process when you are asked to do a shoot like this? I mean, clearly there's no type of masculinity in this at all. Like, obviously you have Uzi wearing what typically a woman would wear, right? And additionally to that, he has a tote bag, a skirt on. Now, it makes you wonder, what is the mindset of these guys, these designers, Marc Jacobs, whoever is in charge of creative control here? What is the goal when you get somebody to pose like this? It's wild. This is wild, people. But listen, this goes on to my bigger point that this seems to be an attack on male masculinity. And it's not just these two posts. This has been going on for quite a while. We're in an era where, you know, they tried to mask it as a soft boy era and all this other stuff. Like, listen, no, there's an attack on masculinity, and it's as clear as day. Before, you know, people would call it conspiracy or say, you know, you're bugging, we're overreacting, but it's clear to see that there's some type of agenda here. Everywhere you turn on TV, like there's, you know, kids are getting exposed to this stuff. And for me, I understand it's a part of the world and it is what it is, but there's a certain exposure that kids don't need at a certain age. And for me, that's all that really matters, man. I just care about the kids, you know, because obviously I already know what's going on. I already know that there's another side that believes a certain thing, but a kid growing up being exposed to that doesn't know. So I don't know, man. I just care about the kids. I definitely think that there's a hidden agenda here. I definitely feel like there's an attack on male masculinity. I see more and more men just, you know, having feminine traits, man. You got guys out here wearing nail polish. You got rappers wearing dresses. These entertainers are the gateway to push the message out to the youth. I mean, come on, man. You choose Lil Uzi Vert. Like, you know, like, do we need any more kind of proof to that there's an agenda behind this? But I don't know. Some people will look at what I'm saying and they will say I'm tripping. They say I'm overreact. This is not a good look to me. This could have easily been a woman that they used for this shoot, but it is what it is, man. Listen, I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear y'all takes and y'all opinions on this. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you think that this is an attack on male masculinity? Do you think this is an attack on black men and black masculinity? Let me know in the comment section, man. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Goods, Big Zo TV. You know the vibes. Let's go.